even if I believed you, which I don't, this is what I signed up for.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Umbrella Academy moments that made us cry.
You did this to me? I didn't realize.
For this list, we're looking at the scenes on this Netflix sci-fi show that made us the most emotional. We'll be talking about specific plot details from all 3 seasons, so consider this your spoiler warning. Have you cried over the Hargreaves? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Allison and Ray say goodbye. In Season 2, the Hargreaves time travel back to Dallas in 1963 in the hopes of stopping the apocalypse. And Allison starts a new life with Raymond Chestnut, a civil rights activist.
The rights of every man are diminished
when the rights of one man or woman are threatened. I bought the last 3 copies this morning at Coleman's.
However, Ray has difficulty with accepting Allison's rumoring powers and the many other surprises along the way. It's clear that despite how much they care about each other, Ray cannot join Allison in her timeline.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. First of all, this son of a bitch beams into our living room with yet another one of your brothers. And he's talking about stopping one of your sisters from blowing up some buildings. And I got a dead man wrapped up in my best rock, babe.
Okay. They accept the reality of the situation in a scene that warms and breaks our hearts at the same time.
But you have to go.
I have to go.
Allison leaves Ray with a tender goodbye letter, showing they'll always be in each other's memories. That same season, we also had our hearts broken by Viktor and Sissy's tearful farewell.
You have given me the greatest gift of a lifetime. You let me feel alive for the first time.
Number 9. Luther talks to Claire. While Allison's daughter Claire doesn't appear in many episodes of the show, her importance in her life is stressed throughout. And this scene uses another character to show just how strong their bond is.
When Claire was little, I used to read her books about the moon. I'd tell her uncle was living up there, that he was protecting us from harm.
Really?
Having lost her ability to speak, Allison asks for Luther's assistance. They call Claire from a phone booth, and Luther speaks to his niece for the first time.
Hi, Claire? Yeah, this is your Uncle Luther. Yeah, Space Boy.
Thanks to her mom's stories, Claire already knows about her amazing uncle. He also lets her know just how much her mom cares about her.
Your mom wants me to tell you, Claire. She says she loves you more than anything in the whole wide world.
Although we don't see Claire, both Tom Hopper and Emmy Raver Lampman's incredible acting shows what a powerful moment this is for everyone. Number 8. Diego deactivates Grace. It only took 3 episodes for the Umbrella Academy to break our hearts, and it involved a robot no less. Early in the show, we meet Grace, an android who the Hargreaves children regard as a mother figure, one who's much more loving than the unfeeling Reginald.
Remember, Diego, just picture the word in your mind.
Don't move.
You did it!
But while Grace might not be a human, she does have her own kind of mortality. And when Diego realizes that she's no longer functioning properly, he makes an unbelievably difficult decision.
You okay?
Of course I am.
You didn't hear the noises? The guy's in the mask, the one they just shot up the house?
What are you talking about, silly?
This is made even more devastating by knowing just how much Grace helped Diego develop his confidence. She might be full of wires, but Grace is someone who runs on love.
Diego, remember.
Number 7. Luther and Sloane's wedding. We never thought of the Umbrella Academy as the kind of show to do a wedding episode, nor did we expect them to pull it off anywhere near as well as this.
We're gathered here today for a good time Not a long time. So let's have a good time, huh? Because the sun can't shine every day.
With another apocalypse looming, Luther and Sparrow Academy rival turned lover Sloane decide to get hitched.
Sloane, do you promise to love and cherish this big, hairy bastard for the next 24 to 48 hours?
Give or take a day.
While the wedding festivities are a bit rushed and underattended, the affection between them melts our hearts. And their unconventional family members also know how to share in the love. Luther continues to make his love known before he and Sloane have to part ways.
I will love you forever. Okay.
We don't always cry at weddings, but this one is absolutely beautiful. Number 6. Viktor attacks Allison. This season 1 scene taught us just how much we had come to care about these characters. After Viktor learns that Allison was made by Reginald to convince him he didn't have any powers, he becomes absolutely enraged.
I'm only trying to help. I don't want your help!
He attacks Allison with his violin bow, causing a seemingly fatal injury. He immediately regrets the action and becomes overwhelmed with a different kind of emotion.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Elliot Page nails the sheer sadness and panic of the moment, making it feel brutally real.
We have to go.
I can't just leave her.
Allison thankfully survives, but this scene still crushes us every single time we think about it. Number 5. Diego's stutter returns. Reginald Hargreaves was, by all accounts, a terrible father. And he left his adopted children with plenty of unresolved trauma.
I lived my whole life for you. Everything you ever wanted me to do, I did.
As a child, Diego struggles with a speech impediment, which loving mother figure Grace helps him with. In season 2, he and his siblings travel back in time. Then, they find Reginald and tell him who they are.
1989, you adopted us all and trained us to fight against the end of the world. Called us the Umbrella Academy.
However, Reginald is dismissive and insulting towards Diego. And when Diego tries to fight back, he finds himself at a heartbreaking loss for words.
A man in over his head.
You're wrong.
David Castañeda makes us feel every bit of Diego's pain as he tries to stand up to his cruel former father. Number 4. 5 gets stuck in the future. Number 5 looks like a teenage boy, but he acts more like a cranky old man. That's probably because, youthful looks aside, he is one.
Can I get the kid a glass of milk or something?
The kid wants coffee. Black.
Cute kid.
As an adolescent, 5 got ahead of himself testing his amazing time travel abilities. He ended up trapped in a destroyed and deserted world, with no one for company but a mannequin. The look on Aidan Gallagher's face as he realizes what he's done and what's happened to his home is a true gut punch. 5 is later able to return to the present, but he's stuck in his 13-year-old body with decades of trauma and isolation to process.
Time travel is a crapshoot. I went into the ice and never acorned. You think I didn't try everything to get back to my family?
He can be a bit uptight at times, but this scene made us truly feel for 5. Number 3. Viktor comes out to Allison. We knew that Viktor Hargreaves was going to come out to his siblings in the show's 3rd season, but we didn't know how they would react. Fortunately, they are all supportive of their brother.
Is that an issue for anyone?
No, I'm good with it.
Yeah, me too. Cool.
The most emotionally impactful moment happens when Viktor is speaking heart-to-heart with Allison. He tells her about his journey to self-realization and how he can finally recognize himself in his reflection.
You know, I always hated mirrors. Thought everybody felt so strange in their skin.
Allison expresses her love for Viktor in just a few words that speak volumes.
Your family, Viktor. Okay? And there's nothing that would make me love you less.
Elliot Page and Emmy Raver Lampman's vulnerability is remarkable. With this scene, the Umbrella Academy became one of the best shows for transgender representation. Number 2. Klaus destroys briefcase. Klaus Hargreaves often serves as the show's comic relief, but there's a lot more to this character than his irreverence.
I bet you're loving this. Team, at its best.
Mistreatment from his adoptive father in his childhood led to substance use issues as an adult.
I can't talk to the person I love. People still don't take me seriously. I want to be numb again.
And he experiences further pain after going way back in time. We see Klaus on a bus, bleeding, wearing a soldier's uniform, and clutching a time-traveling briefcase. While it's not clear exactly what happened at this point, his trauma is evident. After getting off the bus, Klaus lets his emotions out all at once.
And my heart is playing hide and seek.
Robert Sheehan is great at playing up Klaus's more carefree side, but this scene showed us how great he is at pure dramatic catharsis, even without saying a single word. Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions. Allison learns the truth, a devastating display of grief.
I thought Viktor told you about the mothers.
It was you.
Luther apologizes to Viktor, a great moment of vulnerability from the hard-bodied Luther.
When I could have just tried helping you. I thought it was my job to keep everyone safe, and I just made it all worse.
Number 5 gives up Dolores. It's not every mannequin that can make us tear up.
It's okay. You can say it. You always were an unlikely pair.
Viktor kills Pogo, a brutal moment that never stops shocking us. Diego learns of Detective Patch's death, an early example of the show not going easy on our emotions.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Ben sacrifices himself. Ben Hargreaves' story is a tragic one. Losing his life when the siblings were teenagers, Ben's death caused the Hargreaves children to drift apart. But he was never gone for good, existing as a ghost and serving as Klaus's conscience.
I didn't sign up to save you or him.
You're right, you didn't. But if you were in trouble, there is nothing in this world Luther wouldn't do to save your scrawny little junky ass.
However, it's Viktor who he really comes through for. Overwhelmed by his powers and its devastating effects, Viktor seeks refuge in his mind. He's warmly greeted by his departed brother, who reassures him that he is okay just as he is.
Dad couldn't handle your anger. That doesn't mean you can't.
He also tells him that he has to say goodbye for good, without an ounce of fear or regret.
I died 17 years ago. All the rest of this, these years with Klaus, it's all been gravy.
Elliot Page and Justin H. Min are both amazing in this scene, showing what it truly means to love someone with all your heart.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.